Welcome friends. Today we are going to start a new chapter which is called Shear Force and Bending Moment. This chapter is a part of a curriculum of a subject called Mechanics of Solids. So let us start with the first point in this shear force and bending moment. We will discuss first regarding the types of loadings. So what are the different types of loading that we will be analyzing and finding out the shear force and bending moment for? The first loading which is there is called point load. Now how do we show this point load? So let us say if I have a beam, simply supported beam, that is one end, this is another end, and if I have to show the point load on this, it is shown by a upward, downward or slanted arrow and denoted by P. So this is how you show the point load in the figure. Second type of loading that we will see in this chapter is distributed load. So what is the meaning of this distributed load? So in distributed loading, whole load is distributed over some area. The intensity of loading may be different or constant at various locations. So let us say what we have in this, take the same beam and as the name suggests, distributed load, so it may be distributed over the entire beam or in some part of the beam, may be equally distributed or may be randomly distributed. So this is how you can show the symbol for the distributed load. Now in this distributed load, again we can divide into two parts, and we can have a uniformly distributed load. So that is the third type, which is, let us name it as uniformly distributed load. So how we can show this type of load in the figure is, let me have the same beam simply supported, and if I want to show the uniformly distributed load, so the symbol can be like this, or in some of the literature you will find it like this, a box type with downward arrows. The intensity of this is W kilonewton per meter, and this can also be W kilonewton per meter. So this is how you show the uniformly distributed load. Either it can be acting on a particular area or entire beam. Then we have a uniformly varying load as well. So that is the fourth type, uniformly varying load. So how we can show this? So in this, generally it is called UVL, short form is UVL. So let us note down the short form as well, UVL, and this is called UDL, uniformly distributed load is UDL. So uniformly varying load is also a special type of distributed load in which intensity of load varies linearly. So in this, your intensity of load is going to vary linearly. So let us see how it is look like visually. Taking the same simply supported beam example, so it can be of different types. Let us say we can have a loading like this. So it is uniformly varying from one point to the other point, right? This can be called a uniformly varying load, or we can have a loading like this, 0 at the one end and constantly increasing intensity at a same rate. So this can be a UVL as well. So these are the examples of a UVL. And the last type of loading which we will be solving for is a couple, or you can say moment as well. So concentrated moment at any point is also known as couple. Concentrated moment we can call it as. So let us see how we can denote that in the pictorial manner. So let us say this is a beam, and if I want to show a couple, it can be shown as moment as well. So these are the different types of loadings which are going to act on a particular member or any structure which we'll be solving and finding out the shear force and bending moment for. Next topic will be the types of supports, and that we will see in the next session. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you in the next session.